African Democratic Congress has accused the ruling All Progressive Congress of orchestrating a leadership crisis within its ranks following claims by former Deputy National Chairman Natu Bala that he is now the party's interim national chairman. Bala, who resigned from the party's National Working Committee in May 2025, later reversed his decision, citing concerns over what he called a shoddily rehearsed political melodrama and claimed authority based on the ADC constitution. Bala has asked the Independent National Electoral Commission to recognize him as the party's legitimate leader. However, the ADC swiftly dismissed his claim, with its National Publicity Secretary, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, stating that the party's National Executive Committee, in a meeting monitored by INEC, had already dissolved the former leadership and handed over to a new structure led by David Mark. Abdullahi described Bala's action as part of a broader APC strategy to destabilize the opposition coalition, suggesting it was a sign of panic and desperation from the ruling party. He affirmed that all internal processes were followed legally and transparently with INEC supervision and warned party members to remain vigilant against external interference. Nze, what do you make of this story?
You know, if Bolaji Abdullahi is crying foul, I will assume him to be unprepared fighter. Because when you are coming to form a coalition, remember that before they finally settled for ADC, they wanted to, it was SDP earlier. At a point, they said, okay, let us form a political party of our own. Yeah, ADA. Because they felt that things like this will eventually come. But when they felt that INEC was being used as a tool, you know, by the federal government to delay the registration of IDA, which INEC were pointing issues that they needed to correct, which I had expected the technocrats in their midst, the lawyers in their midst, and things like that, to go and streamline things and then get this political party registered. But they didn't do so. Rather, they quickly run back to ADC and pleaded with ADC to collapse their structure and hand it over to them, which their national chairman did. And you remember that we discussed this matter at that time, saying that for the national chairman and few of his escorts or maybe working committee to come up and you know, hand over the structure of this political party to this coalition group without making proper consultation will eventually breed a controversy that may disturb them. And we warned that time that they should go back and settle these things. But I don't know how far they've done. Maybe they might have touched some and not the other. But you see that Natu Bala seem not to have been properly settled, even though Bolaji Abdullahi said that Natu Bala tendered the resignation, you know. But from the letter, the purported letter by Bolaji Abdullahi, which we read, you know, Bala was saying that he's not leaving the party, that he's still available to the whichever service the party may call him up for in the future. And that was okay, if truly that is the real fact, the real thing that happened in that time. And now, Bala coming to claim chairmanship of the party, you know, from the rear. It is possible. If you are accusing the APC of being responsible for this, what do you expect before? You are coming to the field of play. You should be prepared for quacking, should be prepared for dribbling, should be prepared for some other nitty-gritties that are required in the field of play. Will APC just fold their hands and watch you come and take over leadership from them in 2027? No, they will set up all these little stumbling blocks here and there to see if they can either slow you down or weaken you. In fact, more of this will still come. If they are not prepared to handle it, more of this. So for me, instead of Bolaji to continue to, you know, cry foul over all these little stuffs, they should even look deeper to know that more. In fact, tsunami will come in 2026. Yes, tsunami will come, and even in 2027, there could be some court judgments that we weaken this coalition. But to me, I feel they need to begin now to discover those things and begin to settle them before the time comes. Now it's very early. It's too early for them to begin to cry foul now.
All right, very well. Chizzy, what do you make of this story?
I'm going to say it the way I feel. Lauricia, all you need to do for me is to let the country know if I'm arrested, but I'm going to say it the way it is.
Go ahead.
You know, the Bible has said two things. It said, what would the righteous do if the foundation is faulty? And then again, he said, until your obedience is full, you cannot fight disobedience. You know, I said here the last time, the problem we're having is that we have people who are too used to doing anything they like in the system. And so they feel that just being there means that these things have to be done. And that's something when you are too used to a particular system, and I do not know, because you are in power, nobody was watching you, you think you can do that when other people are watching you. Now they have people watching them. You remember that we were here when APC was registered? I mean the APC. It was under a government. They couldn't stop them because APC published the list required for that thing. Remember the other day, I asked them to publish, if you feel that INEC is trying to stop you from registering, publish what INEC demands are. And then say, we have met this demand. Let us see whether I have met this demand. And I told you that I have been in the process of registering the political party that registered the ADP. I was among those who signed that ADP that you see there, that we registered it. Part of the requirement is that you have 1/3 of your offices in the states. Where is the ADC offices here? Part of the requirement. Part of those requirements is that you should also have persons registered already in the world, at least 1/3. Where are they? They are just doing as if they have everything. You know, they've been former governors. Of course, what David Mark has been looking for, he wanted to be PDP chairman. No, Yachayo was taken. He couldn't be. Don't forget that David Mark is an expert in coup attack. Coup plotting. He was the person who took over the flag from Biafra here in Rivers State now. He was the person who supervised the sales of abundant property that all of you are killing equally people. That's David Mark. He is the person who knows, I know him with coup. So he feels that he can just come a day. The day they are declaring for ADC is the day he became the national party chairman of ADC. The day you are coming in, look, I want to be a member of this place. That same day, resignation happened. That same day, NEC meeting was called. That same day, you emerge as NEC. That same day, you have started appointing people as state chairman.
Was there a NEC meeting or unveiling? They didn't call it NEC. They called it unveiling.
No, that's what I'm saying. I said, now they are claiming that they had NEC meeting. I'm saying the day you say you want to unveil, you came to tell us that, look, that, do you know, I would have spoiled some certain protocol here. I wanted to stand up. I thought I'm even doing debate.
No, please.
So please, what I'm even saying is that the day you came to say you're unveiling, you are telling the country where you are going to be. That same day, in fact, that is not even the day you are supposed to have registered. That is not even because you are just telling us, no, look, we have agreed that it is, what's it called, this party now, the ADC.
Maybe a waiver was granted.
That I swear, just announcing it. Then they announce a waiver. I'm a party person.
But it's also worthy of note that I recall that some of the coalition members actually started resigning after
that is what I'm saying.
The unveiling.
That's where I wanted to.
At the time they claimed to be part of the ADC coalition, they were members of.
I said David Mark was a board member of PDP and chairman of the ADC, and yet David Mark was also unveiling. So he is the one who will welcome those who came to unveil. A new member who came to unveil is welcoming those who came to unveil. And just recently, I also noticed that when Amechi, my brother, came and gave us his resignation letter to the APC, which I also doubt, because I don't even know the APC that he sent the resignation letter to the chairman.
That letter was backdated.
I don't even, in the first instance, the party chairman that he sent the resignation letter to. Because you need to send it to a party chairman.
Is it not in his word?
Between was 7 and is what 8. Let me tell you something. Anybody in Ward 7, especially politicians who are in Ward 7, we know 90% of the. I know the APC. I'm the leader of the APC there now.
In Ward 7.
In the local government, I'm one of the leaders of local government. Don't forget that I was a member of the state working committee. I contested for this, so you can't do anything in that list without telling us. So when did he resign? Which of the party did he come? Because I know there was 7 chairman. I know there was 7 chairman. He has not seen any letter. In fact, he has read the letter as you are reading it on air. And people are not talking about that. That is legally, that is something they can also use against him. And again, he backdated this thing. And look at the backdate. I don't know, please now, I don't know who did that. Somebody, it is either you people are working against my brother Amechi. Because they went and backdated the resignation. The backdate of resignation, predicted when Amechi declared for ADC. I don't understand it. When did ADC come? That you say you are working for ADC, and your letter you are going to ADC. You are removing yourself from the APC, and all of that was done to who? So what I want to say is that they came and took over through a coup, a political party. They didn't call the state executive, and before a waiver will be given, look, you see, NEC meeting is not just something that you just call. Don't forget.
Who summoned the NEC?
Who summons a NEC, or who summoned that NEC that they're talking about? I don't know who summoned that NEC.
Who published the notice of the NEC meeting?
No, that's the 2 questions I'm asking. Are you saying who published or who publishes? Because if you say who publishes it, I'm saying the duties of somebody. It's who did that. I know that no one was done. So in the first instance. Now, if you want to call an emergency as the NEC meeting could be, the minimum is 7 working days. That means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and God help you, there's no public holiday. Then Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday. Working day, not if there's no public holiday, then it will be that the same way I've counted. You must publish it. And because the law believes that you may not get all the BOTs and all the members of the NEC together, you're also going to publish it in a national newspaper. 3 national dailies to call for such emergency meeting. That's if it's emergency. Now, where is it published? Which national dailies was it published that they had, and which venue? Because when you publish, you're also going to write INEC.
They said INEC observed it.
They said INEC observed it. Don't worry now. You're going
to wait for INEC to respond.
To respond. I don't even know why. I think APC is not doing well. The Bala Tinubu, you're not doing well. I'm telling them you're not doing well. Why are you allowing them? Allow them till election time. So you remove all of them. So they will know that they never existed. Don't let them go and readjust to another political party. Don't give them this notice. You're giving them too much notice. They don't exist. There's no ADC anywhere. There is no people who are members of the ADC. All the chairman of ADCs are there. I have a friend. Remember someone ran in ADC in Rivers State as governorship candidate? I know him. We were together yesterday with his chairman. He doesn't even know whether there's anybody called ADC coming though. And all of a sudden, he has had 2 ADC chairmen. One Chukwudimba and that one. They're just trying to throw up ADC chairman. And then you'll be in Abuja, begin to throw in chairman that does not know the party card, does not have the party card because you're coming from Abuja. I don't know. So I think APC they're not fighting like politicians. Wait for them. Until what happened, because this thing happened in 2019 for us in APC. Us in APC. It was against us. I wrote a letter. Next time I'll come with letter. I wrote my leader. And I said, leader, the way we are going, the weaker I know, our name will not be on the ballot paper. He said, no. I said, sir, the way we are going, there are certain things we are not meeting. We are just jumping. They are still jumping. And again, if you find any political party crying, APC, I hate that. Because if you say they are not doing well, so it means that the college of all of you who are former this, former that, former this cannot come together to arrange your house. That's what we are saying, that you are not accusing somebody, coming to destabilize your own house. You can't do anything. Do you know why they are crying here in Rivers State? Because they know that the local government should have been a test. Go and test whether you have people campaigning. Go and test now. Go and do it. So I think the APC, I'm warning the APC. In fact, I don't even know whether I'm going to be a member of the APC. If they don't strike these people out, what are they doing? The court will stand up because they don't have any locals to stand. They don't have anything. Has the party even accepted? Have the PDP accepted their resignation? Where did they get those resignations? Who is going where? Who is not going where? That's the problem. The PDP of Atiku Abubakar in Adamawa is very intact, including Atiku's son. He's still in the PDP. The guy refused to say, you don't just go now and ask us to leave. That's nothing you're doing here now. We are here. So which way are you going? Which way? What is this ADC something they want to do? They just want to carry the, Nigerians were gullible. Because of the sentiment, anybody that says, oh, against Bala Tinubu, whether you were saying right thing or not, hey, people just say, hey, clap, clap, clap. All those hired people that are clapping, they should be forming executives now.
All right. And what do you have to say?
Obi leave ADC. Go back to your labor and contest. Leave ADC.
Hold on, we'll still come to that situation. Yes, go ahead.
The truth is this. Sometimes when truth is said, whoever is not favored can tag it as lie or falsehood. The fact is that the ADC and the coalition are two different entities. Yes, the ADC as a political party and the coalition that came to sweep over that political party are two different entities. And we started crying the foul. You see, Chizzy just pointed few things, which I told you here earlier, that there are judgments that might hook them in the near future. Tsunami of it will be coming late 2026 and early 2027. And it may shock us that those who will run back, especially my own people, when I was with them in the Labour Party, the obedient movement, who is now trying to follow OP and jump into, ADC. I told them the last time we had a stakeholders meeting in Rivers State, I told them that as it stands, I'm obedient, but not a Labour Party member. And my reason is because I have to stand out and look inward and see exactly what is happening. So those people who are now trying to troop into ADC will be fatally wounded if correction is not taken in the now. And I have said it that ADC is not a threat. The coalition is not a threat to any political structure. Not in the South-South, not in the Southeast, not even in the Southwest. Except if in the Northeast, if Atiku can be able to make it, Northeast and Northwest, if Atiku can be able to make anything out of those things. But North Central, I don't see ADC and the coalition coming up with anything. So, just as Chizzy has won the APC now, let ADC borrow from that warning and go back and put things straight. Yes, right. Because if they don't do that, they will disappoint a lot of Nigerians. And where it is paining me is that at the end, it will boil down to the populace. Because when what will hit them again.
A faction of ADC NEC, of which Kachukwu, their former presidential candidate, has been very, very vocal. And he said that at no point were they even called for a conversation and all that. Which will now, does that mean that prior to this time, ADC was already having their own internal crisis? Because why would Raf go ahead, even though he said he's the founder of ADC, but at the end of the day, there are stakeholders and there are structures that must be respected and obeyed. Why was NEC not carried along? And then at different levels, recall that some states chairmen in ADC in certain states came out to say that they do not recognize the coalition, right? Some states have taken that position that they do not recognize the coalition and they don't know what they are talking about, that they are unaware of anything going on. Now, of interest is the last statement you made, a call to Obi as we round up this conversation. That clicked my interest. A call to Obi that Obi should focus on Labour Party and leave the ADC coalition. What are you premising that call on? You feel that ADC is a sinking ship?
ADC does not exist. It's not, as an ADC with this coalition. No. Let me tell you what happened. You talked about RAF. You see, I've gone into the intelligence of these parties. I'm not calling them small parties, but of course, there are major parties, there are minor parties, like the ADCs. They are too used to this. Because they're the one who pays probably the office bill and all of that, write the names of when people are not interested, when there are no interest in there. So you can stay and then just say, oh, you go for governorship if you want, just do this because nobody was interested. And so you feel that the same way you can give a pass to something like this, when there are people looking at this whole situation, when it's becoming a threat, other people will rise now. That's what happens. So if you don't, look at, I keep quoting the APC formation. When the APC wanted to come, even in Rivers State, that is how Emeka Bekee became the secretary of the state secretary of the APC, because he was coming from the AMPP. The AMPP. That was why Ibiamo became the party chairman, because Ibiamo was coming from the ACN. So he saw that there was sharing in that APC something. Then they came together and did it. For here, they are not doing that, because the man feels that, oh no, they have been there until anything I call them, you know, they can just come and say, okay, fine, let me just give it to you. Come. I will just do anything and think it's going to come. So I'm calling on Obi because Obi has missed it. Let me tell you, I have not. Somebody like me didn't give Obi a chance. I didn't give Obi a chance. In fact, I told Obi in Lagos, when I met with Obi one-on-one, I told Obi, oh God, you're not going anywhere. But that he pulled that string, meaning that string he has pulled, the mistake he made was not to now integrate the obedient into the Labour Party. You see, the obedient were in the Labour Party. The obedient free movement is not the Labour Party movement. Just get it. It wasn't the Labour Party movement. It was an Obi movement. It's an Obi movement, just like he has the coalition now in ADC. They are not the party. So the obedience now needed to take over the party so that their structure cannot be betrayed. And the way you would have done it is carefully doing it. Following Abure, whether you like it or yes. Abure also has his own this thing. But of course you know that Julius Abure gave you that, you know, that ticket and fought for it. And you know, he was, like I said one time, I said, who was Julius now? Julius was somebody who was, but all of a sudden, Julius started flying private jet with Obidem. So Julius should also enjoy that goodies now that he was able to do. So you can carefully transit him to another thing to say, guy, we're all from the same south, let us give this thing to the north. It happens. But he can go back there now, because I've seen what is happening. Thank God his vice president is there. The vice president candidate, that has gone back there. He knows that this thing is not working here.
Of course, INEC has delisted Abure, and Abure's candidates were all delisted in the forthcoming by-elections.
Yes,
so that is INEC taking a stand. However, INEC, by their actions, have not also affirmed Nenadi.
They have not affirmed. So if you go there and now begin to see what to do in Labour Party, then you see the obedience, because you see, this obedient movement, they are not following, they follow BO. They are not following ADC or following.
They are not following any political party.
It's OB. And you remember, some of us made a mistake thinking that obedience is an Igbo thing. No, it's not. Yeah. The obedience is more in the north central than it is in Igbo land. I'm being frank with you. So if Obi will disappoint his followers if he begins to go and party with these persons, you know. And so if he goes back to this place and then pick somebody, he can go.
He has a fighting chance.
No, he has a fighting chance. Not this one.
Thank you so much, Chizzy, for coming. It's a pleasure.